At this point, we have initialized the application on the device. There is only one user, the admin user. So I'm now going to log in as the administrator and create some other user accounts. Okay, so this is the screen for creating new users. I can click on my own account as an administrator. I cannot see my password, but I can generate a new password by pressing the new button. As an administrator, I can do that for any user. You can see here all the information about me. Uh, you'll notice roles. The roles are intended to say what I'm allowed to do on the device. So not everybody should be able to do everything. For example, the administrator, if they're an IT support person, should not be able to view patient data. All they can do is create and administer user accounts. So I'm the admin user. That's the first user account that's created automatically. And the only role I have is in administration. There are other roles. There's a role for patient registration. There's a role for performing data entry. There's a role for managing data entry, that's reviewing forms that have been entered before they're uploaded. And there are other roles that we may extend the application with eventually. But this is right now, these three here, informed consent, data entry, and data manager, are the roles that are important for patient data entry. Okay, so it's very cautious to make sure I don't lose any changes. I have not actually made any changes, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to create a new user. This user, I'm going to show you best practice here, which is you should really have different users for the different tasks. One person might be doing patient registration, another person might be doing data entry, another person might be reviewing the data entry. So I'll create a user for doing uh, patient registration first of all. I'll call this user FDR. So I have to they're going to be responsible for patient registration, so I'll give them that role and no other. Okay, again, we generate the passwords for you, and you are supposed to remember those passwords. Again, if you do write it down, please keep it in a private place. Please never store it with the device itself. Okay, that's all the information for the patient registration person. Let's save that. Okay, I'm now going to create a person responsible for doing data entry. I'll call them JFK. I will give them the role of data entry. Again, I generate the password for this person. And I'm going to create one more user. They will be responsible for reviewing data entry, so they will be the data manager. It's quite possible that you may have in your clinic one person responsible, for example, for both data entry and data manager. Uh, so you would certainly, the way you can support that is simply by clicking uh, both of these options, for example. I'm just presenting an ideal best case where you have different people responsible for each role. But in general, these roles may be combined by certain individuals depending on staffing levels. Okay, and I'll create so these are the three users we need for future videos. I'll just mention quickly. I could create a user who can do all three of these tasks, for example. Really, you should at least keep these data entry and review tasks separate from administration. Administration will be done by an IT person of some kind, and these would be done by somebody doing data entry. But it's up to whatever works at your site. Obviously, we will have best practices that should be followed at your site for dividing up responsibilities, so somebody can only has the rights in the application that they absolutely need in order to accomplish their task. Okay, so I'll call this user Oz because they can basically do everything. Okay, this is only for the purpose of video. Please help us to keep track of management of these devices by actually using real full names, real emails, and real telephones. It's important that if need be, we can reach somebody who's using a device. Okay, I'm now going to log out. I'm logged in as admin. I've created these 4 accounts. I'm going back to login screen. And now I'm going to log in as this user just to finish up this video. Okay, and what you'll see when a user logs in is if there's more than one task that they can do, then they will see the screen. So Oz the All-Powerful is able to register patients, enter new forms, review forms that are in progress. This is intended to be done by a data entry person, and also review forms that have been completed. So this is a task done by the data manager. So I am seeing all of these. The reason you did not see a screen like this for admin is the admin person can only do one thing, which is manage user accounts. So they went straight to that task. So in general, if you're only able to do one task, you'll go straight to that task when you log in. If you're able to do several tasks, then you'll see a menu like this for those tasks. Whoops. Okay, so let me log out. And in the next few videos, I'll show you how to perform those tasks for data entry.